Welcome back to some more League Racing, guys, on the channel. We're here for yet another race in World Online Racing. This is round 4, Silverstone, home territory, a race where I've struggled in the past because of the first sector. However, it's a decent track for me, and I think it's the last time I got a podium in League Racing was at this track 2 years ago. So it has been a minute, but we're going to try and hopefully continue momentum. We've had a good start so far, the first 3 rounds. The previous episode will be linked on screen now, to go watch it, guys. The Las Vegas Grand Prix featuring our best qualifying of the season. Very, very fun episode. We're going to get into it here today, guys, at Silverstone and try and smash it. Hopefully get a good result and help Leroy in the championship. So let's get into it. Like, subscribe, and let's start off with qualifying. Now then, you've seen the standings. You know exactly what the state of play is, and we're going to get started with our first qualifying lap of the day. Now, granted, I didn't get a ton of practice in for this one. Silverstone is a decent track for me, but my big issue over the years has been Sector 1, Turn 3, Turn 4 specifically, which is the section we're going to arrive at right now. I feel like there's a million different lines you could take through here, possible gear combinations, you know, focusing on the entry, the exit, the mid-corner, battery deployment as well. Either way, we're going to try and put it all together and deliver a worthy lap time. Now, so far, we've had a decent season. Of course, Leroy, as you saw, is leading the championship, and we're not doing too badly ourselves. Ooh, a bit loose there. We have a little moment in the crossover of Brooklands into Luffield, just trying to find, you know, where the limit of the car is. I'd love to get a really good banker, because then basically we've got, you know, 2 runs in the bank where we can hopefully take a bit more risk. If we invalidate or mess up the first lap, then, you know, there's more pressure on nailing the other 2, or even the last one if we mess up the second run, and that would mean potentially sacrificing some risk to get a lap time on the board. Now, times are flooding in. You can see French or Antoine going with a 1:25.7 there. We're currently at the end now of our lap, heading through Stowe, looking to try and I think go for a sub 126 as our benchmark. Leroy goes P1:25.5, and he's been super quick in practice. Over the line we go. That's not a bad first lap for me. Personal best, I did a 25.9. I've not done much practice. I've done basically a session, starting the lap slightly under. Still, should be okay. So there was our first lap, which wasn't too bad. I'll take that. There was definitely some time to find. A way off Leroy, to be fair, quite a way off, but still we'll keep on pushing and basically try to ramp it up each run. We've got a good lap in the bag. We're P14 right now, and we found a 10th through the first sector. Make it almost a 10th and a half in the first sector on our second run. And we know there's a bit of time here on the exit of this corner because we lost the back end on the crossover last time. You can see we keep the car stable, we get a better line through Luffield, and that gives us a better exit, and we find a little bit more lap time. I'm going to use my battery slightly differently here. We're going to try and save a little bit more for the hangar straight. We don't particularly attack the curb at Cops, and we lose a little bit of time there, so potential time gain for the next lap as we head through the S's. We're all flat through here. Now we're really attacking these curbs. Back end gets a little loose, but we keep it under control, and we're still just about a 10th up, carrying that momentum with the 1 minute 2.6 split at Sector 2. Through Stowe, keeping it tidy in 6th gear, we find a little bit of time, and now the final chicane. I felt like there was a little bit of time here on the last lap as we didn't quite get the power down the best way, and look at that, we find a decent bit on the line. That's where I knew there was a bit of time. That's what the time was. Right, PB. Scruffy lap though. Definitely a bit more time in that. So that gives us a very good baseline to work with on this final run. A 1:25.8 is what I thought I could do in practice, which is a PB. So anything beyond this now is going to be a very good improvement. And, you know, we did a good job in Vegas, of course, and also I believe in Singapore before that as well. Our qualifying have been good. So we're going to try and do it again. We find a little bit of time already through turn 1, 2, taking a better line. We run a little bit wide through turn 3. I don't quite get the apex, but we do manage to get the car rotated nicely out of turn 4 and get a decent exit. So we're going to match our previous first sector, which actually was pretty decent. 125.3, or so 127.3 is pretty good for me. The time gain here is going to be in this middle sector, I feel like, because we lost a little bit through Cops. You know, also on the exit of the S's, we also find a little bit of time through the exit of Luffield. Now then, into Cops. This time, we're going to attack the apex, and look at that. It just brings our advantage up by half a tenth. We're going to keep it in 7th gear on the run into the S's, and we keep finding time. We get a better line through here, which allows me to set up the exit a bit better. And look at this. We're basically 2 tenths up. A 1 minute 2.4 split at the middle. This is looking pretty good. Now then, into the final sector. Last part of the lap. Through Stowe. Good speed on entry. We lose a little bit on the exit, running a little wide on the apex. Final chicane, 4th gear this time. Direction change, looks good. Power down, looks good. Lose a little bit, but decent lap overall. I'll take that. That's decent enough for me. And that was a decent effort. P12 in qualifying, 3 tenths off pole. Leroy P4. He actually was unable to improve after his banker lap due to, you know, invalidations or not going quicker or mistakes. Either way, Conrad Bomb is on pole. And to be fair, I'm very happy with that. I think there was actually a little bit more time in it. Potentially about half a tenth, but even still, it wouldn't have really changed much in terms of our position. Either way, very, very happy. The car was excellent. We kind of ramped it up a bit like in Singapore and Vegas, just getting confident and faster, and we get an okay qualifying for my standards and 3 tenths off pole in what is a really close, competitive grid. Anyway, qualifying done. Let's get to the race. Right, let's see how this goes. Here we go then. Lights on at Silverstone. Like the video, guys, if you're going to enjoy. And let's get racing as we begin on the mediums. We've got a bit of a selection difference on compounds, a few softs scattered about on the field as we get a reasonable start heading into turn 1. Now into turn 3, we're going to just go into the middle of the track. Oh my god. Right, let's just keep the front wing, Trying to keep it tidy as we make our way out of turn 4. 3 wide. I'm kind of getting forced up higher, so I'm having to, you know, pinch Ivan Santamaria out wide because I'm getting forced wide by Jensen as we then send it up his inside into Brooklands. Now through Luffield, we're going to be on the outside, but we can get a better line and better exit momentum here as we get the power down. We're going to get on the battery and we're going to try to just get in front into Cops. This is going to be close, side by side. Oh my god, there's not a grip. Out the back as a potential off-track overtake. So yep, we want to make sure we don't get in trouble with the stewards, so we backed out of that one to not complete an off-track overtake, but now we're going to go for it again on the battery using everything we've got on this opening lap here as we get past on the hangar straight. On the inside of Stowe, I don't have anywhere to go, so we have to be patient, but we do get the exit right and we're going to pass him. We also have a look at the inside of Lucas. Whoa, massive fucking brake check. The entire field just kind of concertina erupts in the braking zone, and crucially we avoid damage, but that could have been a nasty incident. Anyway, DRS now enabled as we are up a place, P13 on this opening lap, and we're looking to make some moves. We get a little tap in the rear there from Jensen, who I believe is defending from Joe behind. In the meantime, we get a decent run out of there, but we're not going to challenge just yet. We're very low on battery, so I had to take a couple of laps to recharge. We used everything on lap 1. That'll be a warning for Lucas rather, who did run a bit wide, and we got to make sure we keep track limits nice and tidy in this one, because I think there could be a few pens if we keep our powder dry. We get a great run through the S's, and this was the backbone of my race. We were so strong through there. Direction change on point. Wow, he's quick on the straight. Jesus. However, Lucas was prepared and I used everything. However, we get a better exit here. Oh, he's got damage, that's why. Whoa, had to back out of that.
Okay, the incident's been cleared. Let's get back up to racing speed. Come on.
How's Matex got through? And that's the weird one. I don't know exactly what happened there, but even though we ran deep and just avoided contact, we gained a position. So I think there must have been some contact on the inside, but I didn't see a single thing. Either way, we're going to try and re-challenge and get that one back right away because Matex was behind us. I want to try and get back in front and basically resume, the progress where I left off. So we're going to be aggressive here and look to get by. He's got a decent bit of battery though, so I can't quite go for it just yet. So we're going to hang back for the time being, focus on getting a bit of recharge, and we'll try and go again in a few laps time. And you can see here, bit of battling in front. I'm just trying to set up the line contact as I think Boba in the Alpine, if I'm not mistaken, backwards. Alexi Cavero has got a 10-second time penalty, so a few things have happened here, and we're still trying to get past Matex, who goes for the move on Alexi. So we're going to try and get underneath and go the long way round at Luffield. Do I have the grip? Not quite. Alexi holds on and is going to keep track position, but what a scrap. And things are starting to happen as we're now P11. I don't know if this guy's got damage or not. Now, I confirmed that I believe he doesn't have damage, so we're going to be passing him for position. In the meantime, he gets back past Matex, and I'm going to try and use that to just set up the exit here out of the last corner, and we just get a car alongside as we lose Connor from the race.
Green flag.
My former teammate, as we head through turn 1, I backed out. We're going to try again here. We're going to run it back round the outside of turn 3. Matex taps the back of Alexi, losing momentum. We go down the inside. Oh, he got right on the apex there. I had to get right out of it. Constantly losing momentum, man. Pick a line and stick to it, bruv. Literally, the same thing happened to both of us. Matex lost momentum on the inside of turn 3. We had the same thing on the inside of turn 4. So, status quo, nothing changes, even with all of that.
Tom?
Hey, Joe, I'm trying, Joe.
Yeah, I'm chilling. But
I'm trying.
in a minute he's going to go for it on me.
I would have had it, but the turn 4, the Red Bull pinched me in the apex, so I couldn't get it. Now, I am trying, but Joe behind is giving me the hurry up because he might get challenged from Tim. So we're looking to get by and get aggressive. So a lap later, we're going to get stuck in. I thought about the move there into turn 4, but instead I opt for the exit. And I'm going to use everything here to try and get this. I catch Matex by surprise. He didn't really use the battery on the first part of the straight, so we've got momentum and we get the inside. So now we're going to try and get this move done. We go side by side into Luffield. We're significantly more alongside than previous laps, which allows me to get the exit. Giovanni has a snap, and suddenly we are looking at going 2 for 1 as now we're side by side heading towards Cops. Is it going to happen? There we go. He's not going to let me save. We're going to have to push. What a brilliant double overtake. But now we've left ourselves with no battery. And you can see Alexi is really pushing here to drop me out of DRS and break the train. I don't have any battery to respond with. So I'm pushing on the limit. You can see the gap is now over a second. Because even with DRS, I'm losing on the straights because I don't have any battery to deploy. Luckily, they started to close up here. There we go. I should do the trick, hopefully.
Softs, there's one. Daniel in P3.
Okay, cheers.
And he's on his own, so it'll be fine.
Yep, cheers.
Just for info, P6 has a penalty.
Okay, is it a 10-second?
Yes, yeah.
That's going to get removed though, right? A lot of people did got that 10-second.
Yeah, but he'll have to serve it.
He'll have to pick.
Oh, okay, right. Yeah, true.
What lap do you pit?
15 to 17.
So just getting a bit of an update, rundown on tyre strategy, and just, what the status is of the race at this stage. Okay. That's early. Alexi's serving is 10 seconds. And that must be the soft tyre runner that's in as well. So this is our true...
Okay, we're approaching the pit window. You're going to be on softs.
This is our true position then. Oh, big check-up.
Tom! Oh!
I'm reacting to him in front, man.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, Matex got the short straw on that, but...
Yeah, he's gone.
Slight incident, luckily, no damage. Everybody coming away unscathed. As now the pit stop window is just starting to open up here. They're battling, so you should be able to catch it. Oh.
Okay, we want you to pit this lap, so push now, push.
Oh.
It's checking up a lot at the front.
Yeah, it's Hexa Fox. Shock.
Bogdan's got 60.
There you go, Joe.
Here's Tom.
No worries, mate. Now that was basically me just giving Joe DRS throughout all of that to make sure he stayed connected, working together here. Either way, in the meantime, P7 as now cars have started to pit. We've got a great run through the S's here.
And remember the speed limit. We'll be penalised if we exceed it. Keep that in mind as you approach.
Side by side then into Stowe corner with Bogdan Moldovan, and we get the move done. Just like with Lucas Beisner at the beginning of the race, you know, we're so good through the S's. The setup is incredible, and I've got supreme confidence in my car. We can really close up through the S's, challenge on the hanger straight and make moves. This is good. I could potentially work with Leroy. Leroy staying out, and he's working with Antoine, or French, up front. Mark tried to drop me by burning battery on the last lap and also pressure the front too, but we're going to have to stay out because Leroy is boxing and we don't want to stack like the last two races, so we're going to go a lap longer. I'm confident that I've got the pace. I've got a decent bit of charge that I can push and still run a good rhythm on this in-lap. I'm going to push this pit entry and take a chance.
It's not worth the penalty, Tom.
Well, you got one?
No, but
No.
I think you'll come out like.
You should be close to the train if you're behind.
Yeah, you'll be like behind it, van. Like.
I had a good in-lap. Good pit entry. Could have pushed a bit more, but that was decent. I'm going to be right in the thick of it, I think, though. On turn 1, turn 2. In we go then. We're going to find out if this overcut has cost us any time or positions. Good stop. Just a very long pit lane. This should be interesting. I think I might be at the back of that train, to be honest. This is going to be sketch. I've got to be ready to go. This exit out of the pits has to be good as well. I can't lie over the rears too much.
Up to speed now. Let's get some heat into those tyres.
So rejoining, good pit entry, good pit phase in general, but we're going to be side by side with Joe, who just gets us on the brakes. I've got cold tyres, of course, and also now Ivan Santamaria goes for the lunge up the inside of turn 4, and I don't have the battery for this. I ain't got the battery for this. Crap. Oh, I'm at the back of the train. Oh well. Now the good thing about being at the back of the train is there's no pressure from behind, so basically we can charge, which is what I'm planning to do in this phase. Meanwhile, they're battling ahead. Boba and I think Joe getting tangled up. Ivan Santamaria, we overtake him around the outside, and now we're looking to pass Boba into turn 1. I think I might have got 2 warnings there, but I have nowhere to go. Not sure if I got a single or a double. Anyway, down the inside of turn 3 on the fresh softs, and we gain a pair of positions already. Okay, cheers. Joe, I need a favour, don't leave me hanging.
Yeah. I'm in none.
The guy in P9's got a pen, Tom, and then Louis not stopped, so you're net P10 at the minute.
Tom, you have 2 lap fresher than quite a few people. Then P7, P8, and P9, you have 2 lap fresher, and you've got one lap fresher to Joe and Bogdan.
So Joe returned the favour from a few laps back and gave me DRS when I needed it, and also we've got a few pens ahead. Oh my god. Unlucky Joe. I gave Joe the hurry up like he did before. This time he went for the move and it backfired.
That's 100% a penalty for him. 100%.
He doesn't have battery. He would have used everything against Joe. Literally a couple of corners later, we got a great exit out of turn 4 and we got past Bogdan with ease, and now we're net P10, but with Tim with a 3-second time pen. We're looking at P9, and I think there's a medium runner up ahead. I think it's Daniel Gottschalk on medium. So right now, things are really looking up. We got past multiple cars already on this stint. You know, we rejoined from the pits on lap 17, P14, and now we're challenging Tim Tornamo here on the outside. I didn't know it was going to leave me room there or not. I couldn't tell. I can get one of those warnings removed. Now, we didn't get a penalty, so it confirms on the previous lap with Boba that we only got a single warning. So we're now on 2, but we could probably get 1, if not both of those removed, especially the first one with Boba at turn 1. Now though, we're going to go for it. We've got plenty of battery. I know Tim's running a bit thin and a bit low, so we're going to go for it here, and we get past another move up the inside of Brooklands and now into Luffield. Let him burn, let him burn. This is good. Accidentally double shifted that. Double downshifted. Now Matex used a lot of battery to get past Exafox, and I know Exafox is struggling a little bit now. His tyres are a bit older than mine. You can see him snap there out the last corner. We have at least 2 lap fresher tyres than a lot of these people in this train. No, I'm going to get a cut warning, I know I am. I'm not making the same mistake twice. I don't want to get a 3-second time penalty in this race in game, but we go down the inside of turn 3 here on Exafox, who to be fair leaves lots of racing room, so credit to him. We go now around the outside of 4. We get the better line and the exit, and we loop around, and we're now once again behind Matex. Matex doesn't have a lot of battery, so we can use that. And that's exactly what I plan to do. I mentioned before, we're good through here. And look at this, we just get the line, we get the exit absolutely perfect. And we can now go full attack mode here. As you can see, Matex flashing out of battery. We breeze by, and now we're P7. And that right there is the lead battle for the race win. So we are in this one. We've got serious race pace here today. Oh, P6. Lewis finally pits off those tyres. Praying for a safety car. Is everyone ahead of me 2 lap older, right? Not three, no 3 lap older ones.
No, only 2 lap is the oldest Delta, and it's Conrad in P1. Everyone else in front of you is 1 lap, apart from Daniel, who's on 11 lap old mediums.
Oh, this is back behind.
Okay, yeah. Leroy's got away. That's massive for the win. So it's the battle for P2 here. Let's keep our powder dry. Let's stay calm. Only 2 laps to go. Got full charge. So it seems like we've got a few variables here. Conrad Bomb being on the oldest soft tyres here. Wow, they're on the charge like crazy. In the meantime, up ahead, I think Leroy's broken away, and you've got also Daniel Gottschalk on mediums. And we've got the freshest tyres here, so could we get a podium in this? Oof, no. Big battery race, no thanks. We'll hang back. I chose to not get involved and use my battery there. Playing the long game, 2 laps to go, so battery is going to be key here. So we just kind of hang back and let them go. And there's nowhere to go at the minute. Need to get these 2. Medium runner, damaged front wing, soft runner. Now, Schluter having a damaged wing is interesting, but you can see here I'm just trying to find a place to go. They're also constantly changing their line, so I can't make up where they're going to go. And now Matex is getting back involved. Luckily, we take a good line through 3 and hang on. You can see the damage there on the Ferrari on the front, on the right front end plate. Again, we get the exit. We've got lots of charge here, so I'm trying to go through, but I'm not given a line. Make it move, make your mind up on the line. I'm there. Now you can just see it's all getting a bit hasty, a little bit wild, and this is just allowing the podium to get away, which is really, really costly and frustrating. I think Leroy has been pegged back by Antoine and Conrad. Don't want to get that last warning. I know I can get it removed, but I'd just rather not get it. Well, I think it's been caught there or thereabouts. Either way, I'm trying to get past these 2. We've got lots of charge here. I'm just keeping my powder dry. We're in a great position. I don't want to rush into anything. I'll still take a P4, and we've got the advantage on tyres and wing versus these guys. Okay. Interesting. If I can get back in DRS here, we're in the money. And we're going to try and hold my battery back for the back straight, I think. Whatever I can charge. We're going to have to give up on this podium and focus on getting P4. Now, there was some sort of contact on the back straight, but they've managed to hold on. Either way, I'm waving the white flag on the podium chase. I had the pace for it, but there's no more laps left. So I'm opting to keep my battery for this straight. And now Daniel's getting involved down towards Stowe. I ain't got the battery. Oh my god, the track limit. I mean, that is right on the limit. We defend the inside because Bogdan's pressuring, but that is as close as it gets with 2 warnings. There we go. Mate.
Green flag, we're racing again, let's go.
That was a well-earned P4. Too far back. If I'd got DRS off Conrad, maybe I could have had a shot because he was on old tyres. He had 2 lap older tyres than me, but I don't think there'll be any penalties for P2, P3. I think that's going to be it. I think that's going to be where we finish, but still, I'll take it. It's good. Leroy wins again, extends his championship lead. That's good, and that's my best result of the season. So we're climbing as well, so could be constructor's title. So there we go, guys. That is it for the race. I think P4 will be our final position. I don't think the front 3 are going to penalise for anything. So we just missed out on a podium, but great pace, really good pace. The car was brilliant. The setup was brilliant. Everything just came together at the right time. Obviously, we had to go long on the pit stop. I didn't want to undercut for the reasons you saw in the second stint, because having fresh tyres just makes you so much stronger in the second stint at the end on those soft tyres. So overall, a really good result, and I'll take that. In the championship, Leroy extends his lead, and also that P4 should hopefully help us climb into the top 10, or well into the top 10, should I say, and make some real progress. And that should also mean we're making a bit of a push in the constructors as well, so that could be a possible target and try and win both championships with Leroy by my side. So guys, hopefully you enjoyed. Really fun race, best race of the season so far. Great pace, great overtakes, really, really good racecraft. And we go again on Thursday for PSGL, which I'll post highlights of later on. And then next week, I think we're racing at, I want to say, I think it's Hungary. No, Zandvoort next week. So we'll see you guys then. Anyway, like, subscribe. Really important for the video, guys, so smash the like button. A massive shout out to the members, as always, for supporting the content. And here, guys, check out the 2 videos on screen if you have missed them. And I'll see you soon. Ciao.